Hundley, the doorman's dachshund, loved his lobby to be clean and organized, just like him.
Good morning, Hundley. Don't you look very shiny and sleek today?
Being long and low made him an excellent finder of lost things.
My keys! Thank you, Hundley.
Dante says thank you, Hundley.
Having sharp hearing made him an excellent squeak detector.
Good ears, Hundley. A doorman's door must look and sound perfect at all times. And his uniform must be spotless.
But Hundley felt his most important job was to protect the place from George, the absolute opposite of all that is organized and neat.
Package for 217.
Let's go, Hundley. 217. Oh, no! I'm out of uniform. Delivery, I rush right up.
Right on time. I buy and sell autographed balls. Very expensive. This one's Freddie Frikikio. I have a lot more balls coming today. Valuable collector's items.
Don't worry. Hundley and I'll make sure they're safe. Out of uniform. Ugh. A doorman's uniform is as important as his door. What's wrong, Hundley? Careful! That's full of oil. Oh, no! This is my last clean shirt! A doorman must be spotless. I have to go to the dry cleaners. I won't be long. You're in charge, Hundley.
Hundley knew the first order of business. Watch George. George never realized how much he liked the doorman's uniform. Hundley had never gotten a salute before. He must have been doing an exceptionally good job.
A doorman's uniform is as important as his door.
Hundley had to get that monkey out of uniform. But he still had a job to do.
I see you have a new partner, Hundley. You're both so handsome.
Time is of the essence. How quickly can you clean an oil stain?
An oil stain about this size?
An oil stain exactly that size. That exact oil stain.
I have no idea until I try.
Then try. I can wait because I know Hundley will keep the lobby in perfect order.
Hundley tried to get the coat off George. Which is how he found out George was ticklish.
Delivery!
Hundley didn't want people to think his lobby's doorman was a monkey. George picked the most interesting-looking box to open first. Order had to be restored. The lobby couldn't look like this. Hundley tried to tell George these weren't his packages, but George thought Hundley wanted to play. Being a dog, Hundley had tasted a lot of tennis balls. But these were the first that ever tasted like ink? These were the valuable balls the doorman promised to protect. Hundley couldn't stop George from opening boxes that he thought belonged to him. But he knew how to play defense. It was tough for George to guess who sent all this stuff to him.
Hold on, there's a monkey and a wiener dog at the door. Those careless delivery guys. If any of my balls aren't properly packed, I'm gonna be very upset.
Now George understood. These boxes belonged here, and the delivery man gave them to George by mistake.
I'll be down to check every last one as soon as I'm off the phone.
They had to clean up before the ball collector came downstairs. All they had to do was put the balls back into the right boxes. How hard could that be? Sometimes things don't fit when they look like they should. Or they fit in more than one place. But there's only one place they really belong. And once you figure that out, it's easy. Even if you're a monkey. Hundley showed George how to lay them flat. They did it. All the balls were back where they started. Kind of.
Looks like they're all here. Oh, even the priceless Andy Turkey Roly Perfect Score bowling ball.
I'm back. Is everything okay?
My delivery came. Your dog and monkey took care of everything.
That's great. Thank you, Hundley. Thank you, George. It's nice to know Hundley has help keeping the place clean and organized. George, would you like to help Hundley again tomorrow morning? You can be my official door monkey. I won't be here, and tomorrow is water delivery day.
After a week in the crowded city, what's more relaxing than driving out to the country for the day? Okay, sometimes the drive is slow. But it's a good time to think about relaxing stuff, like feeding ducks.
Oh, that was the worst traffic ever. But the day's not over yet. Let's feed the ducks. Hi, Mrs. Rankins. Something wrong?
The chicks wandered off. My chicken is very upset. If I don't find them before dark...
Yeah, not much time left to feed ducks either. I'll help you search. You can feed them without me, okay, George? But stay by the duck pen. I don't want you to get lost like the chicks.
Feeding ducks is like a relaxing brain massage. Jumpy Squirrel was a good jumper. And an even better food finder. This was great. George had never had ducks swim all around him before. If ducks swam all around, it meant he was floating downriver with ducks. It was almost like being a duck.
Let's see if the chicks are along the fence. Hey, maybe they squeezed out here.
Then they could be anywhere.
Maybe they'll figure out how to find their way home again.
At that very moment, the chicks were trying to find their way home. But they were bad at it. Really bad. And speaking of lost, George was too busy being a duck to notice he was floating away from home. Fast. Jumpy tried to warn George because he didn't want his friend to get lost and take all that food with him. Soon, they were in a place they'd never seen before, which made George curious. Jumpy thought they should jump onto that small boat on the right. Or was it on the left? And it wasn't small. It wasn't even in the river.
But Jumpy missed home. Trees, where a squirrel belongs. But the river was moving too fast. The sun was setting fast, which meant time for the ducks to fly home. Right past the big rock that looked like a duck.
George realized they should be heading back that way, too.
Here, chick, 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 chick.
I tell you what, let's check the cornfield before it gets too dark.
Okay, they gotta be around here somewhere.
There was the Rinkin silo. The river brought them back home. They weren't lost. All they had to do was stop. It was a long way to run, but when they got to that silo, they knew they'd be completely lost. It was the wrong silo. They were now even more lost than the lost chicks. George couldn't even find the river.
Nothing looked familiar. But there was the duck rock again. A landmark. George had an idea. They saw the big duck rock. And what else did they pass on the river? The big trees, the boat, and Rinkin's silo. The sun set behind the Rinkin silo.
Suddenly, they didn't feel so lost. They ran to that rock.
But when they got there, it didn't look like the big duck rock. But as George walked around, he discovered it was the big duck rock. The big trees. They had found the next landmark. And there was the boat. Another landmark. If he followed the river all the way, he would find the silo, with the sun right behind it. But George realized that if he took the river all the way around, it would take too long. They could just take a shortcut and follow the sun. This couldn't be easier. Okay, it would have been easier if they could see where they were going.
They had to walk towards the sun.
But how could they find it now?
It was that way. the chicks recognized those friendly monkey feet.
We'll never find those chicks in the dark.
George! Didn't I tell you to stay at the duck pen?
Oh, you brought him home! You're a hero, monkey.
George, how did you do it?
After a day lost in the country, what could be more relaxing than going home to the city?
Did you see a raft at the river? Bill made it for us. Next weekend, we take a relaxing raft trip. Won't that be fun?